Introduction to the Palestinian Targumim. To this point, we've been talking about Jewish literary Aramaic in Targum Onkelos and late Jewish literary Aramaic in Targum Pseudo-Jonathan. Let's shift our focus now to Jewish Palestinian Aramaic, starting with the fragment Targums. Now, when we introduced Pseudo-Jonathan, we talked about its editio princeps, where on the right we had the Masoretic text, leftward Onkelos, and then on the facing page Pseudo-Jonathan, and then finally on the far left Targum Yerushalmi, which is the fragment Targum. You'll notice Genesis 1:1 in this edition reads, B'chokmah bara Adonai, with wisdom the Lord created. Now, the preeminent scholarly work on the fragment Targums is by Michael Klein, which profiles the four main manuscript evidences that are extant of the fragment Targums. The fragment Targums have their name because they have never been a full treatment of the text that they are attesting, and it's somewhat of a mystery why. Now, a major development happened in 1896 when the Geniza of the Ben Ezra Synagogue in Cairo was opened to scholarly investigation. And there were found many, many more manuscripts that seemed to be attesting a Palestinian Targum. And once again, Michael Klein has written the major scholarly treatment of these Geniza manuscripts. And each of these manuscripts can be studied using Logos Bible software, which takes advantage of the work of the Comprehensive Aramaic Lexicon Project. And then a final major change in the study of the Palestinian Targum has to do with the building in the middle. This is a building in Rome of the former College of the Neophytes, converts from Judaism. They had a Targum in their library, and when the college closed in the 1800s, they transferred their library to the Vatican Library. And they had a Targum labeled Targum Onkelos. But in 1949, Alejandro Diaz Macho noticed, when he opened the book, it said Targum Chumash Yerushalmi, not Targum Onkelos. But apparently, the fragment Targum, with a major difference, it was essentially complete, a complete text of the Pentateuch. A good scholarly translation appears in the Aramaic Bible series. Let's take a quick, close look at Genesis 1:1, where we see a very interesting rendering of the Tetragrammaton, 4 yods instead of the 3 we had seen in Targum Pseudo-Jonathan, Genesis 2:4. Well, that was a very quick introduction to the Palestinian Targumim. Let's begin reading Targum Neophiti.